Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and mullet aficionados. Welcome to the end of the season for the Outcast Dirt Boys. Tonight brought to you by Nick Frank's Mullet Gel, which we will be sharing with you. It's better than Gorilla Glue. Party in the front, party in the back. And we have a fun night ahead of us tonight. Obviously, we are going to have some fun. We do have some serious business to get to because this is the end of the season for the Outcast Dirt Boys, both 305s and 358s. The 358 championship was settled last week. James Johnson took that. He's got an insurmountable lead, but the 305 points might still be up for grabs because tonight, double points. Currently in the points lead is Ryan Nesbitt by 575 at 575 points, but Dwayne Kenner not far behind at 539, and Chris Standridge at 528. If Ryan has a bad race and either of those gentlemen have a really good race, they stand a good chance here. From third on back, though, is really kind of several different battles going on. Chris Standridge and Corey Goodall just about 12 points apart. Then about 100 points behind them, you've got Doug Norton, Derek Nearhood, Ben Flanagan, James Johnson, Gerald Poole, and Brian Mansfield, all within about 30 points. So 5th through 10th could go any way at this point, especially with double points. And tonight's races are longer. The 305 race is 50 laps. The 358 race is 75 laps. Here from Knoxville, the 0.56 mile track. As we watch the 22 getting his practice laps in. Again, this is the end of the season for both of these, but they will be back on in the first week of March right here. And a possible addition to that as well, the Enduro series that they're going to get started. That'll be some exciting fun, a lot of wrecking and seeing who can last the longest. But tonight it is all about Knoxville, and as you notice there, as the 22 comes back out on track, that is Chris Standridge. He comes back out. There is a little bit of a fun part of Knoxville down there at the bottom. There is a little bit of a bump to the inside. A little rise there, so you come off pit road, you've got to be really careful, and then if you get too low in the corner, you can end up on that. It can really unsettle these 305s. The 358s can take it a lot better, but it can still unsettle them quite a bit. Currently, the fastest car on track is Derek Nearhood, followed by Ben Flanagan. Derek and Ben are racing currently in points. They're back there in 6th and 7th, so we will see if one of them can surpass it. And with these longer races tonight, you're going to see a lot more of these guys out practicing on a slick track. As you see, the 22 struggling to get around right now. Ryan Nesbitt, the points leader in the 74, is out on track as well. We'll watch him turn a couple of laps. Now, this track does have 8-degree banking and 4-degree straightaways. However, it's a very fast track despite how flat it is and how long it is. That definitely plays into it, and the wing position is going to be huge tonight. Some of these guys are going to try and start with that wing all the way forward, getting as much speed as they can, but as that track slicks off, they are going to be working that wing backwards just a bit, trying to get any grip they can, get any advantage they can in this race. Got 5 minutes left to practice. Then we will go into the heats. Now, a reminder, this one goes off. The green flag will drop about 8:30 Eastern for 50 laps. The 358s will drop at 10 Eastern for 75 laps. So yes, longer races for these guys tonight. They'll be trying to keep it clean for the first part of it. They have fewer fast repairs tonight. I believe they said just one fast repair tonight. That could come into play as well as the 74. Ryan Nesbitt grabs the inside berm there, coming through the turn during his practice. Now you see the track is really slicked off. These guys have been out there a while. There's only about 4 cars on track right now. Chris Standridge, Ryan Nesbitt, Doug Norton, and Corey Goodall. And in the 358s, we'll actually have some fun new paint jobs. Skylar Massey has a specific new paint job just for tonight that recognizes his opponent, Doug Norton. That'll be something we will definitely take a look at. And special shout out to Nick Franks, for helping with the race tonight. That comes from Chris and all the admins. Nick Franks obviously is a huge mullet aficionado, apparently. And to answer your question, Nick, I have no idea. But I think it's hilarious. We will find a way to get it working tonight, Skylar. I'll hop in a few minutes early and make sure that I can see the back of your car one way or another. Just about 3 minutes left of practice to go. Currently is still Derek Nearhood on top of the speed board. Our points leader, though, Ryan Nesbitt, he is not extremely well. He is back in 4th currently. 5 fastest right now are Derek Nearhood, Ben Flanagan, Chris Standridge, Ryan Nesbitt, and Skylar Massey. Then Dwayne Kenner, Brian Mansfield, Drew Warren, Mikey Mixter, and James Johnson. James is going to have to pick up some speed somewhere if he wants a chance at Ryan tonight. Lance Sponberg, Gerald Poole, Wayne Bridges, Patrick Coluccio, Leo, and Doug Tyre Norton, and Corey Goodall all out there tonight. As soon as practice ends, we will have a quick qualifying session, followed by the heats, followed by the feature, and we're going to have quite a bit of fun tonight. If you've got a favorite driver, drop their name in the chat. We will make sure to take a look at them and maybe ride along with them. Although every time we've tried that lately, as soon as we click the button or right before we do, it causes a caution. I'm beginning to worry about that. As it looks like Chris is running right up on the cushion right now. Ryan Nesbitt still out on track, turning laps as well. Doug Norton back in the 52 is on track, trying to find a little extra speed. And the 333 of Corey Goodall also still out there trying to get some practice. These will be the 4 to watch. They've been out there the longest on this slick track. So we'll see if that extra practice out here pays off tonight. Last time they were here at Knoxville, Tom Land qualified first, won his heat, and led 50 laps. Unfortunately, the race had a green-white checkered finish, and on the restart, Chris Standridge managed to sneak the win away from Tom Land. So we will see if Tom Land makes a comeback tonight. See if he can repay the favor and get the win he had stolen from him last time they were here. Well, it looks like Matt Watford's dropping into the chat. You should be practicing, Matt. Get out there. Turn some laps, buddy. Just about 30 seconds left to go. Then we will hop in and qualify. We might ride along with one of these guys during qualifying just to get that ride along part of it out of the way, just in case we can't during the race. So you can see what a lap of Knoxville in these cars is like. Reminder that they will start every session on a fresh track, but with a 50-lap feature tonight in these cars, that track will be as slick as it is right now when they are done. So the track is going to go through a lot more changes than they usually do, especially if they have several cautions. So a lot of different things are going to come into play tonight. Double points, a longer race, a lot of different factors tonight. It is going to be one heck of a night of racing. Now, they are finishing up both seasons, the 358s and the 305s, so you'll want to stick around for both of those. Oh, we're going into heat number 1. My mistake. I don't know why I was thinking qualifying. All right, looks like Gerald Thanos Poole is going to start right up front. Right beside him will be the 92, Wayne Bridges. Right behind him is the 99. You got the 40 back there. The 40 of Derek Nearhood. 74 of Ryan Nesbitt, the points leader coming into this night. He is definitely wanting to get a good finish here tonight. And does not look like they are starting on fresh track this time. So another little factor that's going to play out in the races this evening. We'll see if the feature starts on a fresh track as well, or if they keep the conditions moving forward. That could play a huge difference into it. Some of these guys are a lot better on the fresh track. Some of them are better on the slicked off track, and some of these guys got extra practice on the slicked off track. So we'll have to see how the track conditions play out and who is able to handle the track conditions tonight. As Gerald Poole leads them around, getting ready to drop the green flag. The pace truck is going to drop in. Pace truck is off. Gerald will lead him down on the green. Green flag is in the air. Gerald Thanos Poole leads him down into turn 1. You got Wayne Bridges, Brian Mansfield, Ryan Nesbitt, and Derek Nearhood right behind him. And we've already got a move to the outside. Derek Nearhood is charging to the front. Derek wasting no time up on the top side. He is already going for the lead on the second lap. Power move by Derek Nearhood on this first lap. He is already out to the front. Gerald Thanos Poole slips back to second. Ryan Nesbitt, points leader, is up to third now. And he is making a move for second place right now to the inside of Thanos. And looks like he might get it coming off the turn. And now he's making a move for the lead. This race is shaping up very quickly. Battle is getting very heated at the front as the 74 is trying to get all the run off the turn he can. Ryan Nesbitt to the lead. But the 40 is not going to let it happen easily. They go into the turn yet again. Ryan Nesbitt manages to use all the track, slides up, but grabs the wall. Manages to save it. Thanos almost got him, but everybody keeps going. No caution. Halfway. And the 40 just takes off. Derek Nearhood trying to get out to a lead, but it looks like Ryan Nesbitt is already starting to make his way back up. He is running right down there on the bottom, right by that inside berm. trying to get every ounce of speed he can. 3 laps to go, coming down to 2 laps to go. Gerald Thanos pulled way up high out there. It looks like Derek Nearwood is starting to open the gap back up just a little bit. That high line a lot faster, it seems, so far. 2 to go. And they're coming around. The 99 of Patrick Colucci is about to go a lap down. Will the 99 come into play with these leaders? It looks like he might, but he is trying to stay right on the wall, not get in the way. 1 to go for the 40. Derek Nearwood's got this thing wrapped up. Ryan Nesbitt looks like he'll come home second. Gerald Poole's currently in third. They're split. Brian Mansfield's going to come in fourth. Wayne Bridges fifth. And Patrick Coluccio comes home sixth. Heck of a battle between the 40 and the 74 there until the 74 got into the wall. Possibly a sign of things to come tonight. All right, looks like the 22 of Chris Standridge is out there. Let's see who else is on the grid for this one. Looks like we've got the 39 of James Johnson out there. We've got the 5, the 114, the 32, the 111, trying to read through all these names. Ben Flanagan in the 111, the 32 of Dwayne Kenner. Up front, you've got the 5 of Lance Sponberg and .114 of Lance Sponberg up front. I'm sorry. That is Leo in the 114. I can't read tonight. And the 5 of Sponberg on the outside. Heat number 2 about to get underway. We'll have to see if they have the same kind of battle here tonight. In this heat, what will that say for the feature race? If the battles are going to be like that all night, it is definitely going to be some exciting racing. Pace car should be dropping off this time by. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. And we've got them beating and banging going into turn 1 already. And it looks like the 111 of Ben Flanagan took advantage of the beating and banging on the front row, because he is now up into first. That puts the 5 of Lance Sponberg to second. And the 114 of Leo back to third. And it looks like the 111 might be running away already with this thing. But we thought we were seeing that in the first heat, and that was not the case. Five of Lance Sponberg back there trying to run down the 111, but Dwayne Kenner in the 32 right behind him. Closing up right to the back bumper. And you've got a battle here for second through about fifth. Lance Sponberg, Dwayne Kenner, Drew Warren, and Chris Standridge all in that little group right there. Chris Standridge looks to make it 3 wide. Can't get there quite yet. But the 5 car slipped way back. As they come around the turn at the halfway point, they are nose to tail coming through the turn again. Just nobody has an advantage here yet. Oh, looked like Drew Warren just was trying to get every inch of it he could. He slides up just a little bit, manages to pull it back down. Nobody wrecks, but man, that was some close racing. They were nose to tail, side by side. for a bigger track, this place races really close together. And this three-way battle for second through fourth, Drew Warren, Dwayne Kenner, Chris Standards, they are changing positions every single lap as we come down to get one lap to go. Ben Flanagan is going to win it, but Drew Warren, Dwayne Kenner, and Chris Standards are still battling for second through fourth. Chris jumps to the inside going into turns 3 and 4. Can he get the run off of 4? That outside line's been faster, but it looks like Chris Standridge manages to come home third. Drew Warren comes home second. Dwayne Kenner fourth, and Lance Sponberg back in fifth. All right, lining up for heat number 3, and I think we're starting to see what the night's going to look like. We're going to have some great battles out there. The 333 of Corey Goodall is out there, as well as Doug Tyer Norton in the 52. Mikey Mixter in the 77 back there. There is Mikey. There is the 333 of Corey Goodall with the 52 of Doug Norton up there on the front row. And if you're enjoying the action in the 305s, make sure you stick around for the 358s at 10 Eastern. That will be one heck of a show. Obviously, the features tonight longer. This championship battle is going to come to a close tonight. The question is, can Ryan Nesbitt hold on to his lead with the double points tonight? If he has any problems, that's going to set him back, so we'll have to see what happens in the feature. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the XCal Street Stocks at 7:30 Eastern. And Wednesday night, tune in for the Northeast Racers Hardcore Series at 7:30 Eastern, followed by these Outcast boys in their SR8s at 9 Eastern. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Corey Goodall leads them down into turn 1. The first time we've seen a leader get a little bit of a break on the start so far tonight. Not much of a break though. Here comes Skylar Massey. Skylar Massey in the 96, already up there challenging for the lead. Right behind him, we've got a battle for third and fourth as well. Matt Watford and James Johnson. And it looks like Doug Tyer Norton has closed up onto that battle back there as well. And Mikey Mixter in the 77 is up in the middle of that. He is starting to work his way forward. Looks like he's in about fourth. As looks like we might have a lead change going on here. The 96 dives off into the turn. Carries the momentum out a bit, and he manages to take the lead. Skylar Massey to the lead. Corey Goodall second. Matt Watford third. Mikey Mixter back and forth. James Johnson is fifth. And Doug Tyer Norton is sixth. Looked like Doug was closing up just a little bit there, but he is falling back. It looks like James Johnson in the 39 is falling back just a little bit as well. Oh! We've got a wreck behind him. Will a caution come out? No, looks like the 77 managed to recover. Looked like we had a problem on the... One of them hit the berm and they just slid up into the wall together. Both of them managed to recover, and they managed to keep it green. 2 laps to go, coming down to 1 to go. The 96 of Skylar Massey still out to the front. Corey Goodall back there in second. Corey can't find a way around yet. As they come through the final corners, Corey Goodall is going to secure second. And wait, I might have spoke too soon. No. Looks like the 96 of Skylar Massey is going to win the heat. Number 3, Corey Goodall second, James Johnson third, Matt Watford fourth, Doug Norton fifth, and the 77, after some difficulty, finishes back in sixth. All right, 2-minute warm-up. Some of these guys will get out and get that last minute of practice. And while they are doing their warm-up, take a minute, go to Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or all 3 of them and like and share and subscribe and follow and stalk if you want to. I'm not worried about it. And if you're one of the people hit by the massive ice and snow and cold that some of us in the south are seeing, definitely try and stay warm, and hopefully your electricity stays on. Skylar Massey currently fastest on track. It does look like we will be starting the race on a fresh track tonight, and it looks like we're going to have some epic battles tonight as well. Brian Mansfield currently second fastest on track. Corey Goodall third. James Johnson fourth. Where is our points leader? Ryan Nesbitt is now second fastest on track in the 74 car. All he needs to do is just get a top 5 finish, and he should be good to go. Even with the double points, he should be able to secure his championship. James Johnson secured the 358 championship last week, but the battles behind him in the 358s, there's a lot of positions up for grabs. And again, in these 305s, 5th through about 10th place, just over 20 points difference. So there's going to be a lot of crazy battles out there trying to get those last points and move up a few positions. And it looks like we're going to have Derek Nearhood on the pole, followed by Ben Flanagan, Skylar Massey, Ryan Nesbitt, and Drew Warren round out your top 5. Then it'll be Corey Goodall, Gerald Thanos Poole, Chris Standridge, James Johnson, and Brian Mansfield takes you through 10th. Then Dwayne Kenner, Matt Watford, Wayne Bridges, Lance Sponberg, and Doug Tyre Norton back in 15th. Patrick Coluccio, Leo, and Mikey Mixter round out the field. And don't forget, tonight we are brought to you by Nick Franks. Mullet just went blank. Nick Franks mullet gel, better than Gorilla Glue. Ugh. Alright, getting our pace laps out of the way. Take a deep breath. It is about to get exciting. Remember, tonight is double points, and they only have 1 fast repair, so these guys have to play it a little bit safer, and they've got the full field out here. 18 cars, so it is going to get dicey. Even though this track is 0.56 miles, a little bit bigger than most of the tracks these guys run on. With 50 laps, once they start sliding, the grooves are going to move around, and there's going to be a lot of real estate everybody's going to want to be on. Only 1 car can get there, so definitely some interesting battles to come. And pace car truck should drop off this time. There he goes. Lights are starting to come on. Sun's going down. Green flag is in the air. Derek Nearhood is going to lead him down, but not for long. Ben Flanagan gets a good jump out to the outside. Cannot make it stick quite yet. And the front five are almost single file already. But not for long. Looks like we are going side by side for the lead. Ben Flanagan up to the lead from second place, but Skylar Massey in the 96 is on the move. He is up to third. Chris Standridge is also on the move. He's up to fourth from sixth place. The biggest movers so far tonight, Brian Mansfield in the 95 started in 10th. He was up to about 8th a minute ago, slipped back a position because Dwayne Kenner in the 32 took 8th place from him. And Patrick Coluccio in the 99 started in 16th, up to 10th. So we've got several cars coming forward on the fresh track as the 111 of Ben Flanagan is trying to open up the lead. It is a longer race than they usually do for the championship, so they will have to deal more with the track slicking off as it goes on. 5 laps in, there is no dominant car yet. As Ben Flanagan, Derek Nearhood run side by side. Back behind him, there is a battle going on for third. The 22 of Chris Standridge. He has been all over the back bumper of the 96 as he slides to the outside. Gets a run off the corner. Can't quite get there yet, and that's allowing the 333 of Corey Goodall to close back up on them. Right behind them, Dwayne Kenner in the 32 is charging to the front. Dwayne started in 11th. He is up to 6th and on the move. Dwayne is second in points. He's got to beat Ryan Nesbitt by a lot. Ryan Nesbitt currently back in 10th and call our first caution of the night. All right, looks like the 35 there they just got together in the turn and it collected Gerald Thanos' pool. Everybody gets rolling again, but that brings us under the first caution of the entire night. Guys did a great job throughout the heats, managed to keep it green flag racing. Currently, the 40 of Derek Nearhood scored in the lead. Ben Flanagan second, Skylar Massey third, Chris Standridge is in fourth, Corey Goodall is in fifth. And as I said, Dwayne Kenner, he is up to 6th place. Started in 11th. He is moving forward quickly, trying to close that gap on Ryan Nesbitt. But the 74 of Ryan Nesbitt, he has moved up to 8th place, so he's only 2 spots behind Dwayne. Dwayne's going to have to get a lot more positions between the two of them if he hopes to steal the championship away tonight. As we get the 1 to green, hop back looking at the leaders. And don't forget, they will be back racing here on Monday nights in just a couple of weeks, and possibly 3 series as the looking at doing the Enduro series as well on Monday evenings. Pace car is in though, and tonight it is all about that championship title. Green flag is in the air. The 40 of Derek Nearhood to the outside gets a good run down into turn 1, but Ben Flanagan just went full send into the corner in the 111. Can't quite make it stick yet. But he is up there fighting, and now they've got the 22 of Chris Standridge right behind them. And Dwayne Kenner in the 32 is coming. He's now up to 4th, but we're under caution yet again. And this looks like a fairly big one. We're going to have to try and catch all the different cars involved here. It looks like it starts with the 77. He gets a little loose, gets sent up into the wall, collects some cars behind him. Everybody checking up. Not only does he collect cars behind him, but a few in front of him as well, trying to avoid that. Looks like on pit road currently we've got Patrick Coluccio, Mikey Mixter, James Johnson, let's see, Drew Warren, Brian Mansfield, James Johnson, Mikey Mixter, and Patrick Coluccio all on pit road, all caught up in varying degrees on that caution. I do believe we'll get the one to go this time by, and it looks like the 40 might be... No, he is still going to line up to the outside this time. Coming down the back straightaway, waiting for that truck to come off pit, or to duck off onto pit road. It looks like Mikey Mixter and Patrick Coluccio are both still on pit road at the moment. Both currently being shown 2 laps down. As you can see, the track is starting to slick off. That's going to start coming into play very quickly. Green flag is in the air. The 40 gets a really good jump this time. Off into turn 1, the 40 does get the run on the outside and manages to secure the lead, at least for the moment. And the 32 of Dwayne Kenner moves up into 3rd. He is going to come charging to the front. But it is quite a battle right behind him. Everybody's nose to tail coming through the turn. And this track is wide enough to run 3 and 4 wide through the corners, but these guys are just leaning on each other tonight. Trying to get that one good line and be faster than the other guy. 32, Dwayne Kenner still in 3rd, but right behind him is points leader, the number 74, Ryan Nesbitt. And he is trying to get up to the front and get a win along with the championship tonight. Ryan Nesbitt started in 4th. He fell way back early on. Now he's back up into 4th place. Dwayne Kenner started in 11th, worked his way up to 3rd. Additionally, Matt Watford in the 10 car. He started in 12th. He is up to 7th. And Leo started in 17th. He is now up to 10th in the 114. So he is working his way forward as well. Up front, though, it is still Derek Nearhood, and he is still leading right behind him. There is a battle going for 2nd through 5th. They are nose to tail and often side by side. As you saw, the 22 almost got into the wall. And the 74 ducks to the inside of the 32, coming off the turn, coming down the front straightaway, back down in there. He's going to try and take 2 positions in a lap. It looks like he's going to do it. He is up to 2nd place now. Gets a little wobbly there. Couldn't tell if he got tapped, but here he comes. He did not let up one bit. And he is securely in 2nd now and trying to run down the leader, the number 40 of Derek Nearhood. Fastest lap so far tonight has been run by Derek Nearhood, but the fastest lap the last 2 times by Ryan Nesbitt. And now he is in 2nd place. He's got Dwayne Kenner a couple spots behind him. All he's got to do is coast from here, but he is not going to do it. Oh, caution is out again. All right, looks like we've got the 114, and I do believe the 5. We'll have to see if we can get a little bit better angle on this. The 5 and the 114 coming through the turn. It looks like the 5 just got a little loose there. Back that up just a little bit. As they came through the turn, looked like the 5 just got a little squirrely, and the 114 came down. It was the wrong time, wrong place, and 114 stuck upside down in the fence. There's something you don't see every day. And it looks like the 114 did have to tow. He is back on pit road now. That is Leo. Derek Nearhood still up in the lead, but Ryan Nesbitt right behind him in second. Ben Flanagan third. Dwayne Kenner is in fourth. Chris Standridge back in fifth. Matt Watford still on the move. He started in 12th. He is back up. He is up to 6th now. Gerald Poole is 7th. Skylar Massey back to 8th. Corey Goodall is 9th. And Drew Warren is 10th. As we get the 1 to green. Coming through 3 and 4. Pace truck will duck off. Green flag is in the air. 24 laps to go. And now it's the 74 Ryan Nesbitt jumps to the lead right off the bat. There is a huge battle right behind him as the 32 looked like he's slipped up to third now. But he has Matt Watford right behind him. Matt now up to 4th place in that 10 car. He is coming quickly, and he's got Chris Standridge right behind him. Looks like we've got a car with problems to the inside. Looks like that might have been the 114 coming off pit road. We'll have to see if that... Yep, it looks like that was the 114 coming off pit road. The 74 Ryan Nesbitt, points leader, in the lead currently. He's being chased by the 40 and the 32 of Dwayne Kenner. Dwayne trying to get up into second place. And there is just a mess of cars right behind him battling for every position on back. As we see, it looks like the 10 is making a move. He is trying to take 4th place from Chris Standridge right now. But he's got the 96 of Skylar Massey. Skylar up on the berm to the inside, but he gets down there and he makes his way around. Has a little trouble carrying his momentum up off the turn, but he is staying with it, and looks like he is going to take the position. That should put him in about 5th place. Meanwhile, right in front of him, the 32, the 22, and the 40 just have not settled down one bit. The 22 goes down to the inside, manages to get underneath the 32, trying to get that position and take the 40. Drifts way up through the corner, almost gets together. They both manage to keep it straight and keep going. Meanwhile, while these two are battling, Ryan Nesbitt is running away with it as the 22 slips up into 2nd place. The 22 was a car that was out a lot on the slick track, getting extra practice on a slick track, and as this track slicks off, we'll see if that pays off for him. As he is now going to try and run down the points leader, Ryan Nesbitt. Looks like the 92 of Wayne Bridges is on pit road. Derek Nearhood trying to close in on this, trying to get some points, hoping for some sort of miracle at this point with 14 laps to go. Not sure if he's going to get enough points. Dwayne Kenner. And let's run along with Dwayne. As he crosses the Comes around on the back straightaway. See, he is not letting out of the throttle at all. He is going for it completely. That is a lap around this track in 17 seconds. And he's actually closing up on the 40 of Derek Nearhood now. So he is closing back up on the 40, trying to get back up to third place. Currently the 22 is still trying to run down first place Ryan Nesbitt, and the 39 of James Johnson right in front of him. He is a lap down, and with 11 laps to go, he might come into play for these guys. The 22 has come charging back up. He started in 8th. He's up to 2nd now, and he's starting to battle for the lead with Ryan Nesbitt. Chris Standridge going wherever Ryan Nesbitt isn't at the moment. He is just trying anything to gain some positions. It looks like Ryan Nesbitt has cranked it back up just a little bit. He is managing to pull away. The 32 of Dwayne Kenner currently running in 4th place, but actually making the pass for 3rd. He had been running down the 40 of Derek Nearhood. He is now back up in 3rd, right behind him in the 96. Skylar Massey back in 5th. He is trying to make a move for 4th place on the 40 car. 7 laps to go. And your points leader is currently leading the field around, but that 22 of Chris Standridge is right there trying to close that gap. Looks like Chris gets a good run into the corner, gains a lot of ground, but Ryan is getting more of a run up off the corner. And the track is getting really slicked off now in the middle. They're trying to find any grip and speed they can. 22 just letting that car go wherever it needs to maintain some speed. 5 laps to go. And the 22 looking to the outside, doesn't have the momentum quite yet. 4 to go. Looks like Dwayne Kenner has managed to get himself securely into 3rd. And the 22 was up on the wall briefly. He is sending it in there, everything he's got as they come around the corner. 3 laps to go, this battle for the lead. And it looks like James Johnson may not come into play after all. But the 22 is started to look to the inside, carried a lot of momentum up off the corner. Ryan's trying to hold him down. 22 drifts up and gets into him just a little bit. They're coming down, 2 laps to go. Look like the 22 just drifted up a hair. We'll see if the 74 makes a comeback, tries the same thing. He is looking down to the inside. Will we have a bump and run? James Johnson gets a little bump from the 22. Ryan Nesbitt looking to the inside on the last lap. White flag is in the air. The 74 turns the 22. Chris manages to hold on to it. They're both going sideways. Who's going to save it first? The 22 saves it first. As they go through 3 and 4, it's going to be the 22. And Chris Standridge comes down and wins the race. But Ryan Nesbitt comes home the champion tonight. And now the celebration begins for both of these guys. What a wild finish. These guys always put on a great show. There we go. They're getting it started now. Just stay put, Chris. They're aiming for you. There. Oh, we've got one all the way almost over the fence. Look like the 96 of Skylar Massey. Chris is trying to get that car flipped back over, and he's going to get a little help. Nope, no help at all. There goes, I believe it was Ben Flanagan. And the 74 Ryan Nesbitt really gets him. Oh, but he gets him turned back around the right way. Let's see if we can talk to race winner Chris Standridge. Hey, Chris, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Oh my gosh. Hang on, Doug. I'm sorry, man.
Quite all right. Completely understandable, I think.
Doug, are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's okay. Wild finish.
I honestly, I never thought for a second I'd catch him, much less manage to get by him. And I really did not want to, hit him. And when he hit me on that last lap, I'm like, he's like, "Oh God, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Shut up, go, just keep going."
You were both sideways down the back straightaway, and it came down to a question of who would manage to recover the car first. And obviously, it was you. You actually shot off uh, like a bullet.
That reminds me of those wrestling matches where the two guys are both down, and whoever can pull himself up first wins, right?
Or the end of Rocky 2, I think it was.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Well, that was
I
a
got to shout out to Ryan though. That was, I mean, first of all, the guy came from dead last. He got up. I saw him in my mirror. He was like in sixth. I told everybody, could somebody tell Ryan he's not supposed to be up here? He's supposed to be at the back. So of course, then Skyler, good old Skyler, comes across, says, "Hey Ryan, piss off."
That is awesome. Well, congratulations. That was a great win, and especially a great post-race celebration there.
Yeah, Derek didn't even give me a chance to. I wanted to like spin out or something, but man, he was right there.
Well, that was definitely a great ending. And it looks
It
like,
was a fun season.
yes, it was. Dwayne Kenner has joined us as well. Congratulations, Dwayne. Third place finish.
Thank you very much. It was a good run. I don't think I've ever worked so hard to pass Derek in my life, but it was a great battle. We kept it clean the
Man,
whole time.
everybody out there
It
was
was real
passing.
fun.
That was hard.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dwayne. Go ahead.
and you came home third tonight, and it looks like, if my math is correct, you've got second place in the points as well. So not only a great race, but a great season.
Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure with Ryan and Chris finishing ahead of me if I'd be able to hold on to second. So that's good to hear. It was a great season. Maybe Ryan can teach me something for next season. He
Awesome.
was awesome.
Well, congratulations, man. Great race.
Thank you very much.
And Ryan Nesbitt, the champion. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Now that last couple of laps was a wild ride.
Oh man, I saw Chris coming, and I was doing everything I could to block that slider line, and I don't know, he just found something down there that I couldn't, and so the next best thing was to try to wreck him, which didn't work out.
well, well, I was wondering if you were going to give him the old bump and run, but it looked like it just didn't work out quite the way you wanted to there at the last minute.
No, Chris, he drives it in there hard, and I knew I was gonna have to drive it in there twice as hard, and there just wasn't enough track left. But I gotta give it up to him. He ran me down and passed me. That's a wicked run he had there.
Definitely was, and he got the race, but you got the title for sure. I mean, it was pretty close going into the race, but you definitely secured it.
Yeah, no, it was a great season. It's just about staying consistent and trying not to wreck too bad, but lots of practice laps. And I'd like to thank my fiance Sydney for letting me take up my Mondays with racing, and she's a great supporter.
You rock, Sydney.
Yes, she does, and all the women in our lives definitely do for putting up with us. Well, congratulations, guys. Go celebrate. I know we'll be talking to some of you here in just a few minutes in the 358s.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Doug.
Ryan.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you, guys.
Chris, before you take off, I do have one question I have to get answered.
What's up?
Well, Nick Frank asks of the story on the mullet gel.
You have to ask Dwayne, or not Dwayne, Derek. I have no idea. I'll see if I can get in here for you.
All right, yeah. I'll wait just a minute before I disappear.
Oh,
See if you can.
Let me see if I can get him. It'll just take a minute.
All right, 10-4.
It's gonna take a few minutes actually. My computer went out on me, and I have to I'm logged out of everything.
Well, if we can talk to him before the 358s, that's fine.
I'll tell him to jump in the practice and get on the Discord here.
All right, that sounds great. Well, we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be back for the 358s here shortly. And y'all stick around. You do not want to miss the 358 Big Block. Same track, longer race, a lot of the same drivers, and another championship battle coming up in just a few moments.